Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? All good, all good. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me okay? I'm just going to pop in my earbuds. Maybe you. Hey, hey buddies. How is everybody doing? How are you all doing? All good? All okay? Welcome to another week, another weekend. It's Saturday here in London. And I'm so happy to see you guys here on another episode of Rising Above the Average. And if you don't know what we are doing, if you're new here, Rising Above the Average series that I'm doing, it's just me creating short videos and giving you nuggets on how you can actually be better in your life, in every aspect of your life, especially your mindset. I'm just giving you insights and few things that will just keep you thinking and how you can actually achieve your dreams and what you really want in your life while you make positive contribution to your society. So yeah, my name is Alunda Silva and I'm so happy to see you today. So if you don't know the drill, I always like to start my sessions with a question. And the question is, what did you learn this week? So we meet here every Saturday to share insight. And by the way, it's not a one-way communication. Please feel free to share your insight with me in the comments. Like if you have any, insight or thoughts that could help us all in a positive way, please feel free to share it in the comments as well. I'm always very happy to hear from you guys, and I love dialogue. So this is two-way communication. It's never just you coming here and listening to me, but it's we listening to each other. I would love to hear your thoughts as I share my thoughts. So every week I share with you guys what I've learned this week and then what we can take away into the new week that is coming. So today we'll talk about something very important from the book Think and Grow Rich. So we started the book Think and Grow Rich last week, and every week I'll just share a few thoughts from there with you guys, and that could just who knows, many times you just need one idea. You're many times just one idea away from being a billionaire or a millionaire, or from just achieving your goals. Maybe you're just one idea away from achieving your goals. And my aim and my purpose here is just to share with you positive ideas, positive insight that could trigger something in you and help you achieve your goals. So having said that, what have you learned this week? Oh boy, this week has really been an amazing week for me. Amazing in all sense. So every week comes with its own challenges and its own blessings as well, I believe. So what have you learned this week? Just pop it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. As for me, what have I learned this week? I learned a lot of things, like every week. But this particular week, I think I learned... what did I learn this week? I learned to be courageous. Through my own personal life experience, I've come to the understanding that one great virtue you need in life is courage. Because things can get tough pretty quick, and it can get really, really tough and confusing. I think someone said that the greatest state in life is confusion or something. But honestly, sometimes when you're confused and you don't know what to do, it can pretty be detrimental to your health, and you can really spiral down to depression and stuff like that. So this week I learned that it's important that no matter what happens, that you be very courageous. And I believe that courage is cultivated, and many of the principles that we're going to be sharing on this show are things that come from repetition and from cultivation. They're not just things that you're able to do just by hearing, but the moment you practice them again and again, you'll be able to master them. So what do I mean by courage? I think for me personally, I think that you'll be able to exercise courage when you have hope. So one thing that I usually do when I find myself in a tight situation or in a challenging situation and I don't know what to do, one thing I do is to ask myself this question: what is the good in this situation that I cannot see? Like, the only thing I see is that, oh, this doesn't feel good at all. Let's not do it again. Like, I don't want this to happen. I don't like this. But then I just calm down and ask myself, what is the good in this situation that I can learn from, that I cannot see right now? And sometimes I get insight on, oh, actually, this is going to make me stronger. When I come out of this, I'm going to have a testimony, or I'm going to learn from this. I can teach other people, this kind of thing. But sometimes when I have no insight, I'm like, oh, this, I don't really like it. Then I change the question and I ask myself, what can I appreciate in my life right now? What can I be grateful for in my life right now? Whoa. What do you think this will make for you if you start asking yourself these kinds of questions? What can I be grateful for in my life right now? So whenever you find yourself in a very tough spot, and we all do, everybody does, I believe there's a path of the human path. So when you find yourself in a tough situation, what do you do? If you could ask yourself, what is the good in this situation that I currently cannot see? And if you feel like, oh, this is not working, then ask yourself, what can I appreciate in my life right now? What can I be grateful for? And thinking about it, what can I appreciate in my life right now? Right now, this moment that we're talking, yes, I'm going to appreciate you. I'm happy that I have you on here. I'm happy that you're part of my community. I'm happy that I can learn from you. I can share with you and we can share together. I'm happy for you right here. I'm happy that you're alive, you're healthy, you're strong. I'm happy that you're willing to grow, you're willing to learn, and I'm happy that you're willing to connect with like-minded people. I'm happy that you're here. I'm just happy for your life, and I'm so grateful for you all. So that's what I've learned this week, to be courageous, that no matter what happened, to develop strong muscles. And courage is like developing a muscle. You build up every single day. So what I do every single day, I recommit to myself. I recommit to the life that I want to live. I recommit to my dreams. I tell myself, today's a new day, and I make a new commitment to be better today than I was yesterday. I do that every single day, and moment by moment, I try to recommit to myself and to my dreams, and to be the best version of myself that I can be right now, and to grow every single time. And I'm always looking for ways and opportunities to grow and to be better. So having said that, let's move on to what I have to share with you today. So as I said, I'm currently reading Think and Grow Rich. Okay, yes, maybe you couldn't see, but it's kind of, flipped on Instagram. So it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I know that most of you have heard that book. And if you haven't, a quick search on Google will give you and I definitely recommend that you get this book. You can get it on Amazon. Really good. And I'm just going to share a short story from this book, and it's titled A 50-Cent Lesson in Persistence. Ooh, how sweet is that? A 50-cent lesson in persistence. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about persistence, how to remain strong in tough times, how to remain strong no matter what happens and no matter what life throws at you, to remain strong and to never ever give up. So here goes the story. So, a 50-cent lesson in persistence. Shortly after Mr. Darby received his degree from the University of Hard Knocks and had decided to profit by his experience in the gold mining business, he had the good fortune to be present on an occasion that proved to him that no, like N-O, no, does not necessarily mean no. Ooh, did you hear that? No does not necessarily mean no. So let's read further to understand. One afternoon, he was helping his uncle grind wheat in an old-fashioned mill. The uncle operated a large farm on which a number of colored sharecrop farmers, this is an old book written in the 1930s, so they have different words to refer to as black people. I guess that's what they're talking about. It's a number of colored sharecrop farmers lived. So I think in the modern world, this will read this way. The uncle operated a large farm on which a number of black people or black farmers lived. Quietly, the door was opened and a small colored child, the daughter of a tenant, walked in and took her place near the door. The uncle looked up, saw the child, and backed at her roughly. "What do you want?" Meekly, the child replied, "My mommy say send her 50 cents. "I will not do it," the uncle retorted. "Now you run on home." "Yes, sir," the child replied, but she did not move. The uncle went ahead with his work, so busily engaged that he did not pay enough attention to the child to observe that she did not leave. When he looked up and saw her still standing there, he yelled at her, "I told you to go home. Now go, and I will take a switch to you." The little girl said, "Yes, sir," but she did not budge an inch. The uncle dropped a sack of grain he was about to pour into the meal hopper, picked up a barrel stave, and started towards the girl with an expression on his face that indicated trouble. Darby held his breath. He was certain he was about to witness a murder. He knew his uncle had a fierce temper. He knew that colored children were not supposed to defy white people in that part of the country. When the uncle reached the spot where the child was standing, she quickly stepped forward one step, looked up into his eyes, and screamed at the top of her shrill voice. I'm going to try this. My mama's going to have that 50 cents. I guess that's what she did. Better than me. The uncle stopped, looked at her for a minute, then slowly laid the barrel stave on the floor, put his hand in his pocket, took out $50 and gave it to her. The child took the money and slowly backed towards the door, never taking eye off the man whom she had just conquered. Never taking eye. After she had gone, the uncle sat down on a box and looked out the window into space for more than 10 minutes. He was pondering with awe over the whipping he had just taken. How funny is this? Mr. Darby too was doing some thinking. That was the first time in all his experience that he had seen a colored child deliberately master an adult wild person. How did she do it? What happened to his uncle that caused him to lose his fierceness and become as docile as a lamb? What strange power did this child use that made her master over her superior? These and other similar questions flashed into Darby's mind, but he did not find the answer until years later when he told me the story. It continues by saying, strangely, the story of this unusual experience was told to the author in the old mill, on the very spot where the uncle took his whipping. Strangely too, I had devoted nearly a quarter of a century to the study of the power which enabled an ignorant, illiterate college child to conquer an intelligent man. As we stood there in that musty old mill, Mr. Darby repeated the story of the unusual conquest and finished by asking, "What can you make of it? What strange power did that child use that so completely whipped my uncle?" The answer to this question will be found in the principles described in this book. The answer is full and complete. It contains details and instructions sufficient to enable anyone to understand and apply the same force which the little child accidentally stumbled upon. It says, keep your mind alert and you will observe exactly what strange power came to the rescue of the child. You will catch a glimpse of this power in the next chapter. Somewhere in the book, you will find an idea that will quicken your receptive powers and place at your command for your own benefit this same irresistible power. So it says, after I had described to Mr. Darby the power unwittingly used by the little colored girl, he quickly retraced his 30 years of experience as a life insurance salesman and frankly acknowledged that his success in that field was due in no small degree to the lesson he had learned from the child. So what is that lesson? He says, Mr. Darby pointed out, every time a prospect tried to bow me out without buying, I saw that child standing there in the old mill, her big eyes glaring in defiance, and I said to myself, I've got to make this sale. The better portion of all sales I have made were made after people had said no. Remember what he said at the beginning? No is not always a no. He recalled too his mistake in having stopped only 3 feet from gold. The story of Mr. Darby and his uncle, the colored, what he learned from this, he taught him to keep on keeping on, no matter how hard the going may be. A lesson he needed to learn before he could succeed in anything. So the lesson here is keep on keeping on. That's the lesson. Keep on keeping on, no matter how hard the going may be. Keep on keeping on. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. Keep on. Never take a no for an answer. Keep on growing, keep on learning, keep on becoming, keep on moving forward towards your dream. So this is what I wanted to share. Wanted to share with you today. I remember the title, A 50-Cent Lesson in Persistence. Persistence is a golden virtue, and if you apply it consistently, you are going to reap the results. So that's what I have to share from you from Think and Grow Rich. 50-cent lesson in persistence. Never give up. Keep on keeping on, no matter how hard the going goes. And before, I call it a week, and I'll see you next week. Before we get there, as always, I always like us to finish with an abundance affirmation. And today's affirmation says, so just repeat after me. It says, I like to read from the Abundance book. I'm a big believer in abundance in every way. So repeat this after me. I lift my mind and heart to be aware, to understand and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. Yes, let's do that one more time. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. Yes, the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all your good. And before I wish you guys well and and leave you guys to go, I just want to let you guys know that I have 8 steps. I have this simple PDF that I put together, 8 steps to be massively successful in your business, in any venture you are looking towards. So if you're someone you're looking towards starting up something, whether it's a business, it's an idea, it's a project, feel free to download my free 8 steps to be massively successful in anything that you desire. You can find it on my website, askanything.com. You can literally go on my bio and go to my website and download it for free. I'm so happy to have you here. And you can also I send out daily and weekly sometimes inspiration. I'm always sending out inspiration, and if you want to receive inspiration in your email or something, just subscribe to my email list, and it will be my privilege and my honor to send you I think I send 3 times a week inspiration in your mailbox to help you on your journey. If not, you can still stay with me here on Instagram. I send out inspiration every day just to help you, just to give you ideas, thoughts, to trigger your subconscious mind, to give you ideas on how you can be prosperous and very much happy. And today, I wish you prosperity, I wish you love, I wish you success, I wish you every good thing that I really desire. And I'm going to see you next week for another series of Rising Above the Average. And we're in this together. We're never alone, and we are working hand in hand, side by side, never giving up until we reach the top, whatever the top means to you. Yeah, my friend, I'm going to see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.